Welcome everyone, we're making another fantastic recipe today. We're making frittata with cipolle, which is the onion omelette. So delicious, so delicious. So we're gonna need 4 eggs. This is for 2 people, half an onion and some pepper, black pepper that we're gonna grind on top of our frittata. Some extra virgin olive oil, as always, salt. This is coarse salt, but you can use whatever salt you want. And then some Parmigiano Reggiano to give some structure and elasticity to our eggs. Okay, so let's see what we need here. We're gonna start our preparation. We're going to break the eggs into a bowl. And we proceed by adding the rest of the ingredients, except for the onions. So we're gonna add some salt and then a little sprinkle of Parmigiano Reggiano and pepper. So here we add the pepper and here's the Parmigiano Reggiano. Here we go, perfect. So we start mixing these few ingredients to begin our preparation. This is like a mix of salt and eggs, and the Parmigiano Reggiano is very important to give structure to the whole mix. So we keep mixing and we get ready to prepare our onions. So we take our onion and we start cutting it. Notice that we don't have to cut it very, very thin. We just need to separate pieces of onion as much as possible. That would be ideal. Once we finish cutting our onion, we can start our stove and our pan with some extra virgin olive oil. When the olive oil is hot, it's ready for our onion to get into the pan. So we start mixing it a little and we move the pieces of onion. We don't want it to burn, but we definitely want the onion to become a little bit brownish. What we're doing here is we're adding some salt to remove some of the water from the onion, and we flip it a little and that's reduce the heat to medium level. The reason why we do that is because we want the onion to become brownish, almost caramelized. In this process, what the onion is going to do is going to release all the sourness and actually lose it and become very, very sweet. And that sweetness will be the flavor of our omelette. We keep cooking our onion, tossing it every once in a while. If you're gonna do this maneuver, just use a spoon, it's fine. And now this is a key step. So most of the people, what they do, they add the egg mix to the onions into the pan, but that's actually a mistake. What you need to do is to take the onions, take them out of the pan and put them into the egg mix, the mix that we made for the omelette. And the reason why that's important is because we need to add some additional olive oil at the bottom of the pan as a film to avoid that the omelette is going to stick to the pan. So we mix a little our mix, and now also as the onions, we add some olive oil to our pan and we raise a little bit the temperature. We want to make sure that this oil is hot enough, and actually we test it here. Here what I'm doing is I'm using some of this mix and an onion to see if it actually fries and coagulates, and it does. And so what I do is I start carefully adding some of that mix into the pan. I don't want to splash the whole omelette mix into the pan because that would remove the film of oil that I just created, which will cause the omelette to stick to the pan, which is the last thing that we want at this point. So we carefully finish adding our omelette mix, and that's perfect right there. Now, next key passage here for this recipe is to make sure that we cook at a very low heat, and we cover our preparation and our omelette with a lid. I have a transparent lid, but that's not necessary. So we keep cooking very, very slowly. It's super important that we cook slowly and we keep the lid on top of our preparation, our omelette, as long as possible, because that will allow the top of the omelette to cook as well. Every once in a while we can see that and check that nothing is stuck at the very bottom, and perhaps we can help a little the mix to go underneath, and we can perform this maneuver. It's almost ready, but I'm sure you notice it's still a little bit too moist at the top. So what we do is we want to flip, there you go, we want to flip the omelette to finish cooking it on the other side. Some people are very acrobatic and they flip it in the pan. I'm not capable of doing that. I'm not able of doing that, so I just use the lid. And now our omelette is actually ready. It's fantastic. This is a super, super tasty dish. You can put it also in sandwiches and really enjoy it, even as a snack outdoors. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this recipe, please drop a like, and why not subscribe. See you next time.